Hello everybody. This is Patreon.
Hey.
Pastor Meerkat. I'm here with E-Man to my right,
Trace.
Shake,
Hi.
Bangs, Vish,
Hey.
and Tim. We decided to get into another serious topic this afternoon. We're not recording in the evening today.
Feels nice.
Feels better.
Yeah.
Except that we have to pay for parking, but yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a parking ticket.
Crazy work, man. We got a parking ticket. So yeah, on that note, make sure you stay subscribed to the Patreon because we need that. Half the money that is going to the Patreon is not going to my ticket. But yeah, I started re-recording my psychology podcast, Psychologist.
Go check that out.
And yeah, I put a lot more thought into the way I structure the conversations this time round. And there's a question. There's about 5 questions. I pick one of 5 questions that I ask to every single person. So I'm gonna ask you guys one of the questions, yeah. But I'm gonna I'll take it away from the psychology a bit. The question is, if I was to give you a megaphone and you was able to speak to all of society, and your aim, you've got like 2 minutes to better society or to give the people on the receiving end of what you're saying a tip, a piece of advice, a psychological tool if you want, that you've learned that you think would help them in their life. That's an elaborate way of saying it. I'm basically asking, what is the best piece of advice that you've had that has helped you that you would give to somebody else?
I've got something.
Yeah, go
I
on.
don't know why this came to my mind straight away. I don't know what I've took in recently but it came to my mind. But it's give people grace.
That's a very good one.
And what to expand on that is sometimes you feel like someone's offended you, or even like a road rage incident, for instance, like someone's cut across you, or they've done whatever people just make mistakes.
Yeah.
Or they've steps on your trainers, whatever it is, or they've proper offended you, but they might not have meant it that way. If you give people grace in the world just enough, then you'll be able to not be so offended by someone's initial or what they've done initially. And then maybe after that, if they continue doing that, then that's someone that you probably don't want in your life anymore. But if we was to if everyone in the world was to give more people grace, I think everyone would be happier. Most people would be happier.
Yeah.
And then also you're given grace as well, so that
100%.
when you're doing something, or you might have offended someone by accident or purposely, whatever it is, you're given a chance to maybe reflect on, I shouldn't have done that because that person gave you grace.
Yeah. Do you think about the amount of scenarios that people get in to beef or situation just because they haven't give someone grace?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like someone steps on their trainer, like instead of being like, I understand that's a mistake. Like, bro, like,
Do you think that's the way the world works? So you kind of implied that if you give people grace, then you're more like you're going to receive it. Do you feel like?
I think
I think so. If someone let you off the hook, then you're like, well, I see the humanity in that person. So like, why, if that person's able to do that, then why can't I?
That way makes total sense because you're the subject in that scenario.
Yes.
But actually, when you give somebody else grace, that doesn't mean the next person that you offend is going to offer you the same thing. They don't know that.
Yeah.
So
do you think you should have that expectation as well?
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like you should. I feel like there's a thing with like, I remember I learned this when I was doing like, I did like a bit of counselling. It was about like anger management.
Yeah.
He said something about like breathing. So something happens and you breathe, you count to 10. Then you think about it. I think that's one of the biggest issues in the world, that we don't breathe and we don't think about something. We just go off the reaction.
Is the breathing, is the purpose of that to just pause and take time to
I think
think?
that's what it is, yeah. Just
because like
time,
the breathing, does that do anything like health-wise?
I don't know.
Is it just literally just like...
It's so mad that I literally had this conversation yesterday. And that's when I asked her this question, that was her answer. She's the head of the counselling service at King's College. She gave that same answer. She gave the answer of she literally said take a breath. She wished all of society would take a breath. I then spoke about anger management and said that's the example I have of that. That's one of the best things that I've learned as well. Yeah, like I did the same thing. I did anger management and I was told count to, I I literally just said this yesterday. Yeah, count to 10 or take, my counselor framed it as take as much time as you need to process what you're about to do, what behavior you're about to take. So actually use the time to like do some risk analysis. If I do this, this is going to be the outcome. If I do that, this is going to be the outcome. And then she said that actually it isn't just about you coming to the conclusion about what is right and what is wrong to do, but at times the time it takes for you to do that processing, actually the emotion is kind of diluted.
It goes away.
And then
exactly.
you're more likely to make the right decision. So
And
powerful.
I wish that's something that I could do more, because I'm quite impulsive. But I think if a lot of people did that, then people just get less offended. You'd be less bothered by things. You realize that once after you breathe or you look at something, you're like, why am I bothered by this? Like,
You self-reflect on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's my one.
For me, it's simple actually, and this was actually driven by you because Bang sent me a video of these like entrepreneurs who are making a significant amount of money basically, and they all talk about how they got into their career paths. And there was one lady who used to work in a restaurant, and every 3 months she'll go to a new restaurant, then a new restaurant to get larger tips basically. And then she had a business idea. The way she thinks is she always takes risk. She's willing to leave her job to go to another job. And I always used to think of taking risk as doing something entrepreneurial as opposed to a 9 to 5. But with a 9 to 5, you could take risk in that field as well. Like you can literally, you're set in your role.
But then
you
you
enjoy
go
what
off
you
and do
do.
something
Go
else.
off and do something
Take more
else.
responsibility.
Whether that's a new job role in itself or it's the same equivalent job, but
project.
you want more money or whatnot. So it's just taking risk. And I need to take that on board myself.
Calculate risk, because I agree with you, because I feel like some people shouldn't take risks, like shouldn't take uncalculated risks, because they will go into a black hole.
No, I hear what you're saying, but it depends what the risk is, innit? I'm talking about things that are positive to your life, basically. Like I can see something's positive, but I'm not willing to take that risk because I'm scared of what might happen. But you only live once. You only have one life to live until you go to heaven. If you're a Christian, anyway, as in if you believe as a Christian, you go to heaven. You only live once, so I think that is the biggest thing you can ever do. Take the risk, bite the bullet. If there's an idea that you've got in your head, just do it. And don't be scared of doing it.
Do you think you live by that?
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to live by that.
You want to, okay.
And even if it's something as small as just moving to a... If you're my colleague and you watch this, I'm not trying to move. But if it's as small as moving to a new company, then I need to start doing it. Like, because sometimes I'm even scared of doing that. Because I'm like, I might go to a new company,
And you might not.
and I might not make it. I might be on probation, 6 months,
But
and
it's scary.
and you might get sacked. But in reality, you get sacked, you move on to the next job. Like you're going to find something. So just take risks. With everything, that's what I think. With everything, take risk. Everything that's positive, take a risk.
What's the point of living if you're not going to take risk?
Exactly. And most of us don't
People
take
like
risks.
the thing is, human beings naturally want security and safety. And that's comfort. And you can get lost in that, because you can get your baseline level of comfort, but you don't know what else is out there.
And it depends what you're trying to achieve. If you want money,
but in everything in life. So imagine, like, I think about it in romance. I think about it in career. I think about with family. Like, there's so many things that you could do. Like,
no, but there's some things you don't want to take risks with. Like, right? Like, there's some people who want to live in I don't know, they're happy living in a 2-bed house or whatnot, and that's good enough for them. They don't really want to move away from that. But then there's other people who've got bigger dreams, but they're just not willing to do the work.
But we're just going financially. So you might not be, that might not be something that you care about, like whatever, being rich or whatever, but you may want to be in love, or you want to be happy.
That's what I say. It's different. Taking risk in different areas.
So everyone should take risk at least in one aspect of their life, something that they are passionate about, or something that they care about, that they think can elevate themselves further in it.
That's me. That's the biggest takeaway for me. Take risk.
Mine's kind of linked to that, but it's like embrace change. So it's like
such a good one.
It links to risk because it's
such
like
a good one, man.
Risk is part of like change, innit? But you shouldn't be afraid to embrace change. Like there's a lot of people that follow like a strict routine or agenda or whatever, but you shouldn't be afraid to try something different, because my biggest learning has been, at least in my career and other stuff, is if you fail, you learn from it or you grow from it. So you fail fast, you learn, you grow, and then you come back next time knowing more stuff than you did the time before, innit?
Can I interject though? There is a good thing about routine as well, though. Routine is very powerful. Like if you we go gym now. If you go gym consistently for like 3 weeks, then you continue going to the gym.
It becomes habit.
It becomes habit, exactly.
But
If
then
you read a book,
you change your workout.
you change. I think the two are linked. Sorry.
I don't want to cut you off.
Now I've lost my train of
momentum.
thought
I
as
don't want
well.
to lose your
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
process.
No, it's going. I lost
Yeah,
my
I
train
think the
of
two
thought.
are linked. I think you can have discipline, routine, but then still be able to embrace change because
Have structure.
change can happen at any moment in time. So you can have your routine, but imagine that one day your routine means that you have to change it. You have a new routine, but you're still gonna have a routine because change has come.
Yeah, it's a combination of the two, right? It's a hybrid of the two.
And there's
but-
different things you can change in your life. So like you can change what religion you are, but you want to keep maybe your gym or your diet or whatever. Like so.
No, I'll just say routine's so powerful.
Good examples.
Embrace
the man that
change.
got married, they had an old routine. Some change came, and then now you have to embrace that change.
Yeah.
And now you have a new routine, and that's your life, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Relationship, kids.
Yeah. For me, one that I would say that I kind of stop to is be a bit more kinder to yourself. I think if everyone was a bit more kinder to themselves, then they wouldn't outlet that frustration into the rest of the world. I think we all have our issues and our problems. No one's perfect. And I think that we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves with the expectation that we should be better or more than what we are now because of what society projects out to us or what our parents have instilled into us or trauma in the past. And I think sometimes when you look at yourself and just think, okay, I'm not perfect, but let me just be a bit more kinder to myself.
Do you guys do that though? Do you self-reflect and be because me, generally, when I do some reflecting, I'm always I should be there, I should be there. And exactly your point is a fair point, because I don't really do that where I'm saying, you know what, I'm actually in a comfortable situation. But some people would want to be where I am. So you make a really good fair point, but I don't know, it's a hard one.
I don't know how to balance that with ambition, personally.
Yeah,
That's
same.
exactly.
No, that's a very good point.
You
Yeah.
can't help but compare yourself to other things, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're in that world of the comparisons in your face.
Yeah.
And they say be in a room where you're not the smartest person as well.
Yeah,
That's
but if you do fail, understand you can fail. You don't have to be as harsh on yourself. Understand, obviously be ambitious. I think these points, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
Yeah. It's just mix it in with whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if I do like that actually, but I think I guess I'm saying what Beng said, where I struggle with that while also being ambitious, because I think human beings, and definitely me, and maybe I'm just projecting the way I behave onto other people, but I think when I'm harsh on myself, that's when I get the best out of myself. And I've seen that when other people are harsh on me, that's when they get the best out of me. Because if I just think to myself I'm in a good position, that's where you get comfortable, and then you struggle to elevate. So I think I do think we need more grace in the world. We need to be kinder to ourselves, but
it's a balance, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and I think I'm somebody that I can be very critical of myself and anything I'm involved in. I can be highly critical to push it to the next level. Sometimes that isn't helpful, but also there are many occasions where that's the thing that's got you to the next level. Yeah.
Facts.
It serves a purpose though, innit? Motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one for me, which I've taken up recently, it's almost like stop trying to seek perfection, especially at first go. So there's been situations where you're trying to, for instance, working on a new project, and say if you are seeking that kind of full perfection, is either sometimes you don't get it done, or it just takes you a lot longer than it should do. So it's always got to that point where I say up to 80% mark, where I'm like, okay, I know it's not perfect, but you just need to get this out.
That's a good
obviously
mark,
you learn from as you go along.
Pareto.
That's why our recent assets have been looking like that, innit?
What assets? I haven't done assets.
That's crazy.
No.
This is a Patreon.
Sorry.
But I see it as anything I've done is just, especially when I go in the first go, it's always just doing the basics.
Just get it done.
You learn as you go along.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. Even with the basic one, it could just go off. So I just learned from just keeping it to don't try and seek too much perfection, but just learn as you're going along. Anyways, there's still time. So that's the thing for me.
What was the question again? Sorry.
If you had to project to society,
that's what I'm
What lesson have you? It was really supposed to be something that you've learned. That you've applied.
You've
answered it. You answered it.
Okay.
But that you would want to give to society. You think would help society basically.
Because loads of people have loads of ideas, but never gets fully done because they're trying to seek perfection.
I think that's a good one to be.
You know, when you say stuff like that, do you feel like the world is like that on purpose? Because otherwise you'd have an overload of new ideas and new inventions. Like if everyone took risk, and then if everyone didn't seek perfection, and if everyone embraced change, then there'd be an overload of things in the world. The fact that some people do sit back and they prefer to be a consumer than a producer, that's what makes the capitalist society work, because other people are out here getting active, and then other people who are less likely to take risk and less likely to want to do something.
I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm
but
saying?
I think like if we did all the things, it'll be a net better. Like I'm not
For
saying
the world,
it'll be a net better. Like
Be
obviously
like
there's going to be off and on, but it'll be net better.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What about you?
I got bears, to be honest, but I guess the one that I've been thinking about more recently is I wish everybody. It's kind of linked to, I think Shake said it. But mine is linked to self-esteem. I wish everybody was more confident.
Oh, that's a good one.
I wish everybody was less insecure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that has huge implications for how you treat other people most of the time.
Yeah.
So I would love to tell society, I would love to remind society that everybody has insecurities and that you're not going to be good at everything, and that you should find out who you are and then be confident to be who you are, whether or not the world accepts you. That's easy to say. It's harder for you to just act like that, because you need to feel accepted. But yeah, I would just tell people to find themselves and be confident within themselves, and be unapologetically confident and unapologetically themselves. And I feel like if everybody was more themselves and more confident and had higher self-esteem, then I just think people would treat each other better. Everybody would be happier at the end of the day.
Do you think confidence and self-esteem is a learnt attribute or genetic attribute, if that makes sense? It's like certain people just have a predisposition.
You can get to a certain level of confidence, but certain people are just not born that way. I think it's genetics.
Do you
think it's linked to like personality? Like, say, you know, extroverted, introverted, like your personality type.
Some introverts are
still very confident.
No, I know.
Yeah, it might be linked to personality.
I don't.
The mad thing is, that's the one thing that I would say is probably, for me, all social, all societal, like as in like, but from very young, I think a lot of confident people or a lot of insecure people are made when they're really, really young, when they're kids.
I totally agree with that.
I think me as a kid, I have so many instances of people speaking life into me or saying that I'm good. I guess.
Yo, it's Manny from Past the Meerkat. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.